Stegosaurus Rex! I'm gonna eat everybody! Roar! 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 Smash! Whoa! I really love that new toy I just got from the package, haha! Oh, there's Bunzo Bunny! Hey there, Bunzo Bunny, what's up? Hey, Bittergiggle! What you doing? I'm just playing with the new Stegosaurus Rex toy, which is coming from the new sequel of Jurassic World, The Rebirth. Whoa, no way, that's cool! That's so awesome, I can't wait for that movie. Everybody loves dinosaurs like this and other Jurassic World sequels, which came out in the 1980s. Exactly, Bunzo! Jurassic World Rebirth is gonna soon come out in America on 2nd July. But in our country of Poland, it's gonna come out on 4th of July. If you wanna see Stegosaurus Rex in action, you have to go there. It's very cool. Hey Bunzo, by the way, what you are doing? Nothing much. I'm just reading the new graphic novel of the book Tales from the Pizza Box from Five Nights at Freddy's. Wait, what? You are reading the book from Five Nights at Freddy's? Oh, you wouldn't believe it, Bittergiggle. It's fantastic. Tales from the Pizza Box is basically telling the origin story about the Pizzaplex and also origins of the main antagonist, the Mimic, the Naked Endoskeleton who appeared in Ruin. It also features new locations and new animatronics that we haven't seen before. It's fantastic. It's also showing up the other new protagonists, other victims that were killed by other animatronics, corrupted by the Mimic, and it's very fantastic. You really have to read it. It's also made by the same author, Scott Cawthon, and other talented artists who made this book. Wow, that's actually really cool. There's Mimic, who appear in Death Row, and there are other amateurs that we haven't seen before, and it takes place before the events of Security Breach. It's also in the Pizzaplex. That's amazing! Yeah, but just listen very carefully. Also, there's the book titled GGY, which also reveals that Gregory was a follower of Glitchtrap, working for Vanny, and Glitchtrap himself, to do his bidding, and he was corrupting the entire Pizzaplex with other animatronics. Wait, what? Gregory never made a contact with Glitchtrap and also the Mimic. Gregory is just an ordinary child and he was escaped from the animatronics. Well, the books tell otherwise. It's also that's because it's a prequel, of course. Gregory was free from Glitchtrap's control. And also, there are also jelly people that you wanted to see. If you're gonna put on the VR headset, the whole world becomes affected by a cancer, and then there are other jelly people replacing humans. What jelly people? What are you talking about? See, Bittergiggle, these are all the jelly people attacking one of the main protagonists. Bunzo, this is stupid! Why are there jelly people in the world of Five Nights at Freddy's? I thought this is gonna telling the origin story about the animatronics brought to life, not about the world apocalypse. What the heck is this? Scott really comes up with all these ideas. He really loves his own lore. He likes to expand upon like Godzilla and also Marvel, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I believe it's very cool because I am a huge indie game fan and I really love Five Nights at Freddy's and I love all the other books. What is also next, Bunzo? What is also added here? Oh, in this graphic novel, there's also a graphic novel version of Claustrophobia, which is the story about the Ballora in Security Breach. What? Ballora from Sister Location is in the Tales from the Pizzaplex? I have to see it. Bunzo, what the heck is this? That is Ballora. I know who Ballora really is, but what is she doing in here? What is she doing in the Mega Pizzaplex? In Ballora's Fitness and Flex, that new location that you said. And what is that? I thought Ballora was actually destroyed at the end of FNAF 6 Fire! Because she was combined with the body of Ennard in Sister Location, and she was transferred into Molten Freddy, and then she got burned in the fire! What? Did her parts got salvaged and then the Fast Entertainment modified her into being a fitness trainer? Well, I'm unsure if this is the case, but I do believe this is the same Ballora that appeared in Sister Location. But there are other theories that a lot of people can think about. This is ridiculous. I don't believe the books are actually canon to the games. What? Yes, they are. They're made by Scott Cawthon and Five Nights at Freddy's is the Scott's creation. All the other books could be canon to other indie games since they're made by the same developer. Just look. Look, it says right there, Scott Cawthon. Bunzo, just because the books are made by the same creator of indie games, that doesn't mean they also could be canon. Sometimes the creators can reveal the truth on Instagram or Twitter. Nah, you're pulling my leg off. I believe they are still canon. Bendy got the books, Poppy Playtime got the book, and Garn Bevan, not yet, but it could. And by the way, my biggest dream of all was, of course, to be the developer of other indie games. What? Yes, my dream is, of course, to make the game version of Fights of Race Tales on the Pizza Box just like Into a Pit got its own game version from the book. You want to make a video game of Tales from the Pizza Box? Of course, Bittergiggle. I could make a video games with other indie game developers, like with Meatly, with Bendy Sequels, or maybe Poppy Playtime, or maybe Garton Batman. But most of all, Fights Race, since it was the first mascot horror game to be ever created in existence. I'm gonna make it with Steve and Scott Coffin. But Into the Pit actually got its own game during the anniversary. It was just on the birthday party. Not, of course, referring to the book, if the, well, books can get something like the games. Knock it up! I think you're just jealous because you don't have your own game and also your book from indie games. I am not jealous, I'm just speaking facts! Well, you are also yapping about that you thought Gregory was actually adopted by Cassie's dad, since of course Carney said that the kids plural. He said like this, looks like you got kids, when the brides were little ones. Well, in the books, officially confirmed that maybe GGY is actually Gregory and he's a hacker. Well, maybe this is how Gregory and Cassie met, when she actually lost her own mother, and then she lost her father, and they met each other in the orphanage. And maybe Cassie's father adopted them. It was from the dumb story explained video from Super Horror Bro about FNAF Help Wanted 2. You're always yapping about. I just remember. Now this suggests that the protagonist from FNAF Help Wanted 2, it has indeed actually a child. As if the few things in FNAFverse are really coincidence, Bunzo, the most likely candidate is actually Cassie and Gregory from other FNAF games. Because since Cassie and Gregory are like a brother and sister, since they really like each other, and also probably Cassie maybe yelled at father to please adopt him since they could be together forever, since Gregory clearly don't have a... Oh, kill me. Oh, I remember. That's right, Bittergiggle. You made the longest meeting with me about your stupid dumb fears about FNAF Help Wanted 2. Okay. But there's no way you will ever make a Tales from the Pizza Box game with Steve and Scott. Absolutely I will, because that was my dream to ever work with Steve and Scott, since they are key developers of Fights of Race, and I really wish to become an indie game developer. I want to become just like them. By the way, the GGY confirmed that Gregory is a hacker, he worked with Vanny and also Glitchtrap, so it's confirmed, and there's no way you can change it. And Bittergiggle, I want to tell you that, of course, tomorrow on the 13th of June, there will be, of course, the Secret of the Mimic, which is gonna explain the whole story about the Mimic, and Storyteller, and Edwin Murray, and David, and everything. What? But what if it could not be just different, like, from the books? It could be just a different kind of story about the Mimic. Mimic appeared in FNAF Ruin just like the books appeared in 2023, like this game. So probably there will be a same story about the Mimic and Secret of the Mimic and Edwin Murray and Storyteller. I hope they will add everything from the books into this brand new game. But not everything could be, of course, not every book can also be canonical to the games. We'll see. I like to see you try. You wanna fight me? Is that a threat? No, I wasn't about to say that we were fighting. I was... That's it, Bunzo! You're gonna die! Books are not gonna be canon to the games! You have to understand it! You won't stop me! I will make Tales of the Pizza Box come to life in the game version! Since a lot of people focus on the games! Hey! Bunzo! Bittergiggle! What are you doing? That is not fun! Bunzo! Bittergiggle! Get out of here! Oh look, at the store's rec store. Hey, what's going on over here? Hey! Knock it out, you buster! What the heck was wrong with you two? I'm gonna hit you. I'm going to hit you. What the heck happened with you, Bunzo? Smell my rabbit feet! What? Bittergiggle, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. That jerk almost tried to kill me, almost choked me to death! Bittergiggle, what the heck was wrong with Bunzo? I don't want to talk about it. Something about the books and also the games, whatever. You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. This is so mean of Bunzo trying to, of course, say that the books and games are all together. Well, I'm gonna find a way to prove it. I'm gonna search on wikis from Fancy Phrase, the information about the Mimic, and maybe Edwin and David. That is it. I already know the code. I know what to type. Alright, I am here on the wikis and let's see. Oh my god. Mimic 2 better known as the Mimic or alternatively as M2, the main antagonist of Steel Era Final Phrase franchise. On Heroes Wiki it also says Mimic 1, also known as Fiona or M1 or F10N4. In The Secret of the Mimic, it was originally a mimic endoskeleton created by Edwin Murray that served as a robotic counterpart of his late wife Fiona Murray and assisted with him taking care of his son David. However, after events took a tragic turn, Fiona tricks technician Arnold into helping it stop Edwin's original creation, Mimic 2, also known as the Mimic. Huh. Let's see about the FNAF books if are canon or not. Maybe that's the last proof, and then I'll check on it later. Alright, let's check. Oh my god. The proof! I cannot believe it! I cannot believe it! From the characters of Secret of the Mimic, I just figure out the truth. Looks like Steel and Scott are just actually taking the characters, of course, from the books and they're putting it into the game's lore. And also Fiona was actually made by Edwin Murray. And the Mimic 1 endoskeleton was actually Fiona, and it was stuck in the Maxis machine to protect M2, which was the evil version of the Mimic that appeared in FNAF Fluid. He was actually Glue Trap and the Burn Trap. Oh my god. Oh my god. They changed everything from the books. I have to tell Bunzo tomorrow! Next day. Hey, Bunzo. Oh, hey there, Bittergiggle. What's up? What are you doing? Nothing much. I just heard that Secret of the Mimic came out, and also, are you so excited that you really wanted to see other people playing it, and also you want to play it? Oh, of course! I really do want to play that new game. I can't believe that there will be a lore about the Mimic 1, Storyteller, Tiger Rock, and I'm ready to see it! Oh, that's actually very good, you know? But Bunzo, what if I tell you that if they would change, you know, the lore about the Mimic and they would just make it into their own thing, it would not be similar to books. What would you do to Steel and Scott if they ruined the lore for Fancy Phrase? Oh, I would just do the worst things, Bittergiggle. I would just find the Scott Coffin's house and then I would just burn it to the ground and then afterwards I will find Steel Studios' department and I'll of course choke Steel to death like a serial killer. I will be like a madman. Then I'll rip out the organs and then I'll use my meat cleaver to chop off Steel's head and then I'll drink his blood to sustain my thirst. And then maybe I would just give everyone rabies. I would have rabies and I'll bite every people around the planet. And then everybody will go on a mass murder spree. And so they will learn not to mess with me. But they're still saying the books, right? Well, good thing that the lore about this Mimic is actually still the same as the books. So you're lucky. Oh, okay. I'm very proud of it, because I really like how Scott and Stu make everything right and also make the timeline very correct. I don't like some weird mistakes and also like weird bazoobles. Oh, yeah. Wait, did you just fart? Wait, what is it? Smell like? It smells like a lie. Why is it? Bittergiggle, did you fart because you just lied to me or something? No, it's a generic fart. It was just a generic fart. Oh no, what is happening to me? Every time I lie, the farts are coming around my butt cheeks, and then, oh no, I think Bunzo is gonna figure out the truth. Wait, every time you fart, I start to smell something suspicious going on. But Bittergiggle, what is going on? Bunzo, I would just tell the truth. This would, of course, ruin your career as an indie game developer. And since you really love the books and also the games of Final Race, well, I want to say something about the Secret of the Mimic. This will be hard for you to explain. What? What is up? Well, I just want to say that the Secret of the Mimic confirmed, of course, a different story about Edwin Murray and David and also Fiona. Well, actually it was revealed that Murray's costumery was actually owned by Edwin's father, and then Edwin met, of course, Fiona during work to record the voice lines for the character Mrs. Hovel, and then they got married and however, Fiona survived childbirth, and then she gave birth to the son named David. And then actually Fiona just died in a tragic accident at Fall Fest, which was the festival of Fazbear Festival about the animatronics, you know. But then Edwin Murray created the animatronic called Mimic 1, which is the Mimic. However, it was designed to copy Mimic Fiona and also to act like her so she can take care of David and then be loved of Edwin's life. Then Edwin decided to create it M2, which was to design and copy mimic David's actions. However, David got run over by a car, and then M2 was actually put into M1 was put into a Mex's machine, and then M2 got on a violent rampage and started to kill other people. And then killed Edwin instead of trapping him in a baobab tree. Wait, what? No. That's impossible. You gotta be kidding me. You're joking me, right? Right? You're joking me. There's no way, right? What about the books and also the games? Edwin was already killed, and also, by the way, actually, maybe it was actually that the Glitch was already taking control over the Mega Pizzaplex when corrupted Vanessa. And those therapy logs from the Secure Breach, well, in Secure Breach, well, it was actually, patient 36 was actually, about Vanessa and Vanny, because Vanessa and Vanny were the ones who go to a therapist, not Gregory. By the way, we hear the one therapist started even, of course, call the patient 46 Vanessa or Vanny for short. And we also hear we hear Vanessa's voice speaking to a therapist. So Security was actually made before the books were even created. So you were actually wrong about the FNAF lore. Sorry. And maybe they're just like the books like Marvel Comics that are actually just explaining the lore about the characters, and they put into the movies, like with Carnage, there was an origin story about Cletus Cassidy, and then he was into Venom movie 2. Wait, what? Fucking what? Why? There's no way they would do that! Steve and Scott ruined the stuff, that stupid endoskeleton ruined everything! Well, it was actually your fault, Bonzo. If you should have just waited for Secret of the Mimic to reveal the complete truth, you wouldn't have made the Tales of the Beatbox. Or you should have just watched Tom's Theory video. You should have known about the books and games, how they work. And also, maybe you should just read the Google, because I also heard the Google that the book, that was actually all fake, that the games and books are not canon together. But what about the Into a Pit? The game version of Into a Pit was just released on the birthday party of Finds of Race. God damn it! Why did they do this to me? That's it! I hate Finds of Freddy's. I hate Mimic. I want William Afton back. He's the original villain from Finds of Freddy's. There's no way they can take away from me. They ruined my project! Well, look, Bunzo. Finds of Freddy's movie also is from the different continuity. Vanessa is actually William Afton's daughter instead of Elizabeth. And also, Garrett, and also looks like they switched also the Afton family and also Schmidt family because you know that Henry and also Charlotte, they're actually two members of the Emily family. There's only Charlotte and Henry. And there are also William, there are actually three members of the Afton family. There was actually William Afton, Elizabeth, Crying Child, and Michael Afton. Well, there was, of course, and also could be also William's wife. I don't know what happened to her. But anyways, in the Schmidt family, there's Garrett and Michael and also Abby and Mom and Mrs. Schmidt and Mr. Schmidt. They just switched up Afton family and also the Emily family, however, we only got the Schmidt family and also Afton family in the FNAF movie. And also, it's like, what can you also explain, Bittergiggle, to me? I don't know, maybe about Sonic 3, because you know that in the movie about Sonic 3, that shadow came from a different planet, of course. He was a normal black hedgehog, and also he was tested by Gerald Robotnik. Well, in the games, Shadows was actually created, not coming from a different planet. He was created from the DNA of the Ultimate Life Form in the games and DNA of Sonic, and that's how he was created. Well, in the movie, it was completely different. Sometimes games and books and movies sometimes can be even different. They just change facts and story. Oh, hell no! How could I be so stupid? This is all Steel-Wool's fault! They ruined me! They broke me! I am having a mental breakdown! If I'll find them, I will use my Jack Torrance movements and I'll find them and I'll use my axe to kill them! Well, Bunzo, calm down! Don't tell me to calm down! I wanted to make Tales of the Beetlejuice, but you spoiled it! You spoiled everything! Give me the books! Give me the Fast Race books so I can bully other characters. What? Other books like Fastest Rides and Tales of the Pizza. Yes! Okay, yeesh. Alright, Bunzo, here are all the FNAF books. Take me to the Tales of the Pizza, so I want to scream at some other characters. Okay. Alright, Bunzo, here are all. I opened the Tales of the Pizza Books graphic novel book for you, so you can maybe read it. We can read a comic. What? Who the heck is that? That's Haps. Haps? Who the heck is Haps? I never heard of Haps. Bunzo, did you hear of Haps? What? I never heard of Haps, and by the way, you know the FNAF lore. You, of course, explained to me like yesterday. You are the FNAF fan. I don't know anything about FNAF. I am not brain rotted. I don't even know the other characters. And also from the effing books. What the heck is that guy? Look at that giant fat train over here with that goofy ass smile. He's not even important. He didn't appear in any other FNAF games, actually. He served no purpose. His main role is actually appearing in the books. Look at his cheesy ass smile. He's basically smiling, actually. But, however, on the inside, he's made me sad that he didn't appear anywhere in the games. And also a lot of people call him fat because it's a fat shaming. And that's a conversation never had with this character. Hey bro, what's your favorite character? Oh, you know it's Haps. Oh, mine too. Wanna make out? Sure. Oh, I wish you were fat and ugly like Haps, because apparently he's a effing favorite. Calm down, Bunzo. You know, Haps looks actually kinda cool in the monster version. Kinda cool! Look at me! I appear in the game of Fight by the Judge 2. I can lower down the ceiling like some kind of marionette and I crush my cymbals to taunt the players. What does he do in the book? Chase the generic people over here? That's right, but only appears in the books, but in the game there are no tunnels, no phase fortress, and also there is no Haps over here. He actually served no purpose! Calm down, maybe another character would calm you down. Oh look, there's Ballora again from Sister Location. Ballora! What the heck is Ballora? You know the FNAF lore, and Bittergiggle, tell me who Ballora really is! Well, she's the ballerina from Sister Location, and also she was possessed by Afton's wife. But come on, she still looks kinda cool, and also she doesn't even have dress. She only has her panties on. Yeah, I know she's cool. But she didn't appear anywhere in the security breach. She only appeared in Sister Location. They only just took the character model and then put it into the books to appear as the main threat. And also, she was supposed to get a chase scene in my game about Tales of the Beatbox. She was gonna chase that stupid employee who served on purpose, and then. And Ballora was probably created because her parts were very salvage after she was burned in a FNAF 6 fire as Molten Freddy! What kind of lazy crap is that? Well, they like to take elements from the books, actually. They like to put characters in the locations, and they make their own timeline in the games, actually. A lot of people don't even really care about the books. They're not forgettable after Secret of the Mimic launch. Everybody now knows, you know? But they're still kind of cool. You can read them sometimes to see the adventures of the good heroes. Adventures, whatever. Show me another character. What is also next? Okay, I opened the Fazbear Frights, and also, this is Coils the Clown. Coils the Clown! What the heck is that character? He didn't appear anywhere in the FNAF games! Calm down, Bunzo. I mean, he looks kinda cool. Everybody loves jesters. Look at that giant ball of hair, and also look at those springy hands. Hey, he looks kinda like Jackie from Secret of the Mimic. Don't summon that game from Pits of Hell. This naked endoskeleton is a crap. After better. Maybe they just took the inspiration from the books and they put it into Secret of the Mimic. And they turned the coils into Jackie, actually. See? Again, they just take inspirations from the books and they put it into games. That is not fair! And why is he doing Free Fazbear's Pizza? Imagine if a kid would ever after reading that crappy book about the clown, he would actually be like, oh boy, I can't wait to play Five Nights at Freddy's 1 patch update. I hope they added coils as a new threat. And when they will play Five Nights at Freddy's 1 in their PS4, they will realize there is no Coils the Clown. He's served on purpose in this book. They will be like, it's sad. There's no Coils the Clown. Wait. There's only Jackie the Clown from that Secret of the Naked Endoskeleton. There's also Circus Baby and Ennard, who's also mimicking people like that naked cheap-ass endoskeleton. Bittergiggle, just look at that piece of crap. Look at that stupid smile of that clown. He's always so smiling. He thinks everything is so cool and also happy, joyful. Well, no, everything's not fun. The world is a horrible place. Calm down, maybe. How about another character? The famous of all the Fazbear Frights characters is the Into the Pit Spring Bonnie. Into the Pit Spring Bonnie? What is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be like a monster replacing William Afton? But this time there's like a monster in the suit of a Spring Bonnie rabbit? Because he has those creepy ass teeth inside? I mean, Bunzo, you can clearly see there are some monster teeth inside that mask. But come on, he looks actually very cool, or Spring Bonnie. Everybody loves Spring Bonnie. Wait a minute! Didn't he of course got the game in 2024 in the FNAF anniversary? Oh yeah, that's right, he did get the game. So the fans of Freddy's Into a Pit book got the game, not Tales of the Beatbox. Oh my god, this is so crappy! This is so stupid! That is it! I hate this so much. Why they made the Into a Pit game, not Tales of the Beatbox? Bunzo, I just explained to you, they just made on a birthday party actually. Since everybody loved the book and also since it's very popular and also Dogco made it Into a Pit song, so they made a game version of it. Wait a minute, that monster actually mimics, of course, William Afton's actions in that Spring Bonnie costume. Oh yeah, yes, I can see it was also in the game. So is he like that naked ass endoskeleton who also mimics William Afton? There's a lot of copycats mimicking Afton to pretend like him. Why? Why is this happening to me? Well, Bunzo, calm down. Look, I know you're very upset, but you will get over it. Sometimes books are not that special. A lot of people are sometimes getting annoyed by that and they just forget about it. Secret of the Mimic just already proved it actually. Like about the Tiger Rock, since there's only just a white tiger suit. And also Fiona was actually dead at Fall Fest. And, you know, there were actually 2 mimics. So nobody actually that cares actually. Maybe you're right, Bunzo. I still wanted to make Tales of the Beatbox. Look, Bunzo, there's a lot of indie games that make the books actually, and also some of those can be different. Like Bendy books are actually canon because they explain the origins about Ink Demon and also Sammy Lawrence and Buddy Lowick transfer into Boris. Orientation Notebook actually explained the facts and also fun facts about, the creation of Huggy Wuggy, Prototype, Harley Sawyer, and Little Nightmares comics. Nobody actually that cares about them. I get the pen. I get the point. I get the point. So now you understand, Bunzo? I understand. Yeah, probably you're right. See? It's okay if the books aren't canon or maybe they're just useless, but they're still fun. Instead of that Hello Neighbor book, but because nobody cares about Hello Neighbor because it's such a buggy, glitchy, milking franchise. But I think now you understand. I think it would be cool if you would make your own video game and then, you would make your own book and then you should decide if it's canon or not. Make my own game, you say? Yes! Well, actually you're right. Because I actually came up with another indie game that I wish to create. Really? What's the best indie game you could have ever imagined? Bunzo Bunny, Finance Race, Poppy Python Bendy, Gordon Baby, Rainbow Friends, Doors, Dandy's World, Sonic and Mario mashup! What?